What's up, guys? Eric with Hunting for Honey Holes. Just out here today at well, it's not the hunting spot, but it's the area we hunt. Just checking some trail cameras. We're gonna be looking for some sheds. Maybe we can find some. It's perfect time of year for that. I got my wife with me. You guys might hear and see her in the background. Gonna teach her a little bit about how to look for deer sign, like deer trails and, tracks and stuff like that. Maybe find some buck rubs, some scrapes, anything like that. Point them out to her. And also do the same for you guys. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but we'll figure that out. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on camera, but right through here, it's a pretty good game trail going up this hill. Literally, I parked right there. You can see my truck. That's why we're here. And then right here, it's not the freshest track, but definitely pretty good deer track right there. Yep. Some other tracks you can see right here. Anyhow. Alright, I'll just show you guys this. This is actually what drew my attention to this area. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. I'll try and show it. But the hill kind of makes a dip right here. So it's kind of like a small little valley that comes down this, as you can see. I'm standing flat here. And this hill is pretty steep. So as they're coming down this hill, they'll take deer, and not to mention a lot of game, will take this little valley as like an elevator. So it's like an elevator runway. And right here, there's two of them. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's like an old trail cut in this hill all through here, and it continues and goes up that way. So you have that one and this one that all converge right here. So we had a tree stand and the trail cameras right down here to see if we can, just using the terrain for your own advantage. And not to mention, it's easy to then have your thermals be going downhill. And we know that the deer were bedding down here, which, yeah, I know my thermals are going down, but we know the deer were bedding a little more over here. So, because we literally have pictures of them bedding on our trail cameras. So, anywho, it's early season. That's why we're going in there now, because if we booger the bedding, well, they'll be back in here by the time we're actually coming into hunting season. So, not sure how well the camera will pick it up, but this is the elevator slope I was just talking about. It's right here. So they take this edge as well. Obviously, you can see this trail coming down the hill. There's fresh tracks all through here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera or not, but it goes right out here to where I was saying they go out to bed. And there's a creek down in here, so they're following this edge of the creek. So again, here's the little valley, the elevator runway, as we'll call it, and here's that other trail coming down here. I'll try and zoom in for you guys. I'm not sure if it'll... As you can see, there's a bunch of brush blocking it, but you can see the trail that's cut into the side of the hill. And then this all converges right here. And this is the trail coming down the elevator. And here's the trail. Obviously, they're going to have to go around this brush. So they could come down through this way, or they could go up and around and converge right here. But right at the base here, it's pretty good for when you have a nice, hill face coming down into like this cedar swamp like we got here. And again, there's a creek right over here. Some nice fresh water for them. There's actually a river, big river way back in here. It kind of makes like a finger where the riverbed, kind of makes like the S. Anyhow, yeah. So here's that creek I was talking about earlier. Not much of anything, but it's fresh water. It gets a little bigger over there. Not to mention deer trails. Actually, think I just heard a deer take off running right over there. Which I wouldn't be surprised because I have a trail camera right over here. And we have pictures on them all the time. Yeah. Little Sandy Bottom Creek, actually. They come right through over here, across it, and they actually cross right over here. You can see my trail cameras on that tree. They cross right in front of it. Alright, so we got two different angles. I'm shooting at 30 yards, and then we're going to step it back to 40, or somewhere I can shoot a little further than at my house. Maybe we'll go back to 50, 60. We'll just see how things feel. So, wait a minute. Yep, we're at 30. Just had to double check. Felt decent. We'll see where she ends up. Hopefully I got a decent grouping at the 5 arrows. These are just some Carbon Express. I don't know. They shoot just as good as my, well, I won't say as good, but they shoot the same groups as my hunting arrows, so I'll save those till later in the season. Plus, if I lose one, they're way more expensive. Felt decent, but had a hard time getting settled on that one, so we'll see. Plus, I've been doing spring cleanups, real sore. You know, any excuse will do. Man. The dream this bow is, though. Those deer we seen earlier are definitely working their way this way. Definitely not hunting season. Not that person. This is only my third time shooting at 30 yards, so might have some adjusting to do on the sight. We'll see. That's why we're here. Also, it depends on my group. Alright, so for those of you wondering, this is kind of why I went with this Trophy Ridge Swift sight. It's a single pin, but it's so easy to adjust it. Right now I'm shooting a touch right. So you just loosen this up. And then on here there's a dial. This will move this one right or left. This one or this one will move this up or down. You just follow your arrow. So I'm shooting a touch right. So we got to come, there's little notches on here you can see. I'm going to get it to where I can just see that one, and we'll call that good. Tighten it back up, it's that simple. Perfect. Alright, so here's my second group at 30 yards. You hit record on the other camera? Okay. I'm shooting a touch to the right, so I moved the sight just before this. Hopefully we're center now. We'll see. I had one high one, one low one earlier, but I think that was human error. Oops, that one's low. Again, human error. Well, felt decent. Hopefully it looks decent. Maybe a touch high on that one, but it felt pretty good. You guys might wonder why this rest is so loud. It's because I don't have the felt on it yet. I'm saving that for actually in hunting season, because I'm going to be shooting this bow a lot between now and then. Maybe. If I do end up shooting the string off this one, what color would you guys throw on this bow for strings? Would you guys go orange like the D-loops? I think I like the orange, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm a red guy deep down, so. Felt pretty good. Wow. All right, first ever shots with the TriTech at 40 yards. Let's see where we're at. A little breezy. I don't know what to say. I don't know how that one is. I think it's decent, but the camera won't lie. Unless we forgot to hit record, then I'll tell you it was great. Best shot I've ever had, actually. Definitely a bit breezy. Not sure if you guys are gonna be picking that up on camera. We do have the mic and literally the most wind noise canceling you can have it. So if you can't hear it, shout out to the mic. Felt a little left, maybe a little low. But we're hitting the target, that's the main thing. So we're not dialed, but we're getting there. That's why we're here.
Watch me as I take off. I'll be working until I have all of my days off. Then I'm surfing in California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da, watch out, I'm coming, yeah. I know, I'm a hustler, I go. Got me running, got me gunning for thrones.
Tension out of my left arm for a second.
I'm gone, grow fast, big splash, all cash. Like watch me as I take off. I'll be working until I have all of my days off. Then I'm surfing in California when I'm paid off. I'll be blurring my vision, sipping on that bass sauce. La da da.
I think we're a little left, but we'll see. It's hard to tell. Alright guys, we're back at where I actually hunt now. I'm gonna hang out a new trail camera. It's still pretty early season, but trying to figure out where these bucks are at early season, so that way hopefully we can sneak in here and get it done early season when they're just, worried about food and water and not so much all the does to add all the chaos. Not that I don't like rut hunting, but it's definitely easier to do without all the added chaos and, knowing where their home ranges actually are. Makes it easier to do. I did have on my trail camera, someone was coming through with a four-wheeler, which I'm not thrilled about. And actually, they're coming through with a four-wheeler. They took down my scrape where I had it, and actually I don't have hardly any pictures of deer on there now, but they're not coming to where that scrape was, so they could just be staying up on these hillsides, which my scrape used to be right here on this branch that hangs down, right up here. And anywho, they'd all be underneath it. But they could just be sticking up on these hillsides. I know there's trails on both sides. So, anyhow, gonna hang out a new trail camera and do some scouting on this side. I'll let you guys know what we find. Hopefully we can find some sheds, but that'd be cool if I could find the 8-point, the quote-unquote big 8. I mean, it's big for state land in Michigan, in my opinion, but I'd be very happy with them or the 9-point if I could find either one of their sheds, either side, let alone both. That'd be a dream come true. So here you guys can see we obviously got a buck rub. You can tell where the tines actually went in here. Not too bad. And we actually have 3 right here in a quick little succession, so I'll walk to all 3. There's one here, and then there's one right over here. This one's not, scraped up nearly as much, but it's definitely, you can see, that's from last year. And the other one, it's actually going to be easier to go down here. For those of you curious what it's like hunting in northern Michigan, lots and lots of timber. So maybe I'd just stumble into a shed like this. That'd be cool. But yeah, here's the other one. This one's tore up pretty good. This was the first one I found, So 3 of them within, all on this little ridge, this elevator ridge. There's another up over here. And then the dip in the middle. That's where I have my trail camera. That's where I had that scrape last year. I'll show you guys pictures of it. Anyhow, all right here. I'm sure there's more on this ridge line, but we'll see. So I was just checking out. This is actually where I put my doe carcass from the doe that I shot last year. And you can tell it's all matted down right here. There's a nice, little... They paid it forward. Thanks, coyotes. But then I was just looking right here. It's a nice little buck rub, and I'm only... I say little, that's a pretty good buck rub. I mean, tree's little, but yeah, And I'm only 35 yards from my stand right now, so where it would be. I think one of my buddies is gonna hunt at this spot next year, and I'm actually gonna go a little further in. We're gonna go take a peek out that way and see what we can find right now. So guys, I was just standing here showing you this rub, and then I got taken off walking and didn't even see it when I was standing here, but I looked back and there's one literally right here. So you can see them both. This one's a much bigger tree. You know, you can see the tines where they're, the bark's peeling. I mean, look at this tine gouge. That's kind of cool. Anywho, they're both in camera frame, about 4 feet apart. And again, this is only, I mean, the rubs we found earlier were right on that other side. This is that dip I was telling you guys about earlier, so. Well guys, I hope you liked today's video. You'll have to let me know down in the comment section below if you liked videos in this style where it's a little more, I don't know, instructional. Maybe, just teaching you guys a couple of things I've learned along the way. With that being said, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. You guys already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As always, be a better human.